What's up, everybody? We are back by popular demand with an epilogue episode for the Miami Dolphins. So we did 5 seasons. We came just short of that first Super Bowl in our 5th season. But as I promised, I have been a little busy lately with draft stuff, but I did not forget to get this Dolphins finale up here. So we are going to sim ahead 5 more seasons. And hopefully this team, without us controlling, can, take the bull by the horns here and get us a final trophy. So let's get this thing started. So we're not really going to do anything. We are just going to go step by step because I know sometimes it can get a little wonky and they don't re-sign players and stuff like that. So I'm just make sure all the auto settings are on here. Might as well go up to 12-minute quarters because we're simulating. We should be good. So off we go. Skipping ahead through the signing periods, we'll take a look at who our team signed. So our signings, looks like we brought in Bryce Love at running back, a new tight end, Caleb Wilson. Hopefully he's not starting over our star, Mike Gesicki. Brought in a nickel corner, and that's really it. Wouldn't expect too much signing after kind of going all out for that 5th season. So let's simulate the draft, see if we get anyone good. And I would like to use this moment to let you guys know I will not be having rebuild content until after the draft. But you can always keep up with the TFGO League on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/ThatFranchiseGuy. All right, let's see who our draft was, who we drafted, rather. So we did not have a first-round pick because of the Davante Adams trade, but it looks like we do a good job to get a kind of a weird outside linebacker prospect here. This looks like more like an edge rush guy, so we'll probably move him to defensive end, because otherwise they're going to make him play off-ball for us. We did take a quarterback with star development. Wow, they're drafting really well. And this, of course, is not a class I use, so the rookies will start to kind of take over, unfortunately, as we go. I just do not have enough draft classes to play nice with my roster. So now that that's all done, I am going to skip, not 10 years, I guess that's the only option at this stage, but we are going to skip ahead all the way to the end of this season, see what Kyler Murray and the defending AFC champs can do. So fingers crossed that we don't fall apart without me kind of taking the wheel here. And all right, we did not completely flame out. We made the wild card. We didn't win the division, but 9-7. Let's see how we did in terms of the stats. We'll do our progression. Kyler Murray, what a season, my dude. That's what I'm talking about. He does better than we ever did with him. Makes sense because we were really bad with him. So it was a lot of Tariq Cohen this year, kind of taking the load, but kind of a heavy receiving game, it would seem. Davante Adams, good, second season there. He's definitely had a resurgence here in Miami. He hadn't had a 1,000-yard season for multiple years before we traded for him. Rondale Moore. I forgot to put Mike Gesicki, unfortunately, as our starter. Totally spaced on that, but that's okay. He goes all the way down to normal development. And then for the defense, we've got Von Miller making his impact. Solomon Thomas kind of breaking out. I'm not sure what happened to his development. I'm going to fix that here because after back-to-back Pro Bowls, he really should have star development in my opinion. So TJ Everett and that opposite DN position, nothing really happening there. Really quiet from Geo Peppers, Bryce Huff. These guys still not doing anything. The rookie we drafted, Bromley, not doing a whole lot. We need to pay more attention to the depth chart moving forward for sure. Minka gets 4 picks. Good year for him. So let's see. Do we win any awards? Does not really look like it. Surprised Kyler wasn't higher for best quarterback with the year he had. Best running back, no. Wide receiver, Adams, 4th. D-line, Von Miller was 2nd. Best DB, Minka was in there. All right, not terrible. Let's see how the playoffs shake out for us. We'll do our upgrades first. One for Devontae, who got his superstar development back, which will help his regression, I think. Ooh, a nice deep threat upgrade. And then Kyler gets one. And I'm going to go with West Coast. There we go. 2 short, 1 mid. Not mead. He did get star dev. I'm hoping our team re-signed him. So hopefully we can beat the Tua-led Pats who have given this team trouble, as we know over the years. And nope, season's over. 38-20. So just can't really get over that hump, and definitely a disappointing bounce back year, although some teams won't even make the playoffs the year after the Super Bowl. But with Devontae Adams and Von Miller getting older, you'd definitely be a little worried here. Let's hope that our team can have a good offseason without us. We know it's pretty difficult to trust that with Madden's logic here, but you never know. Super Bowl is going to be between the Chargers and the Seahawks, and it's going to be the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, taking home another trophy. So let's go ahead and sim to the draft. We'll take a look at what our roster's looking like before the draft. Free agency recap. What did we do? Oh, wow. We signed a stud corner. And that's about it, but that's a big signing. CJ Henderson. And a bunch of role players there. Let's see. Hopefully we got Kyler back. Okay, good. They weren't dumb. They brought Kyler back. It's going to be all Bryce Love next year. That'll be interesting. The offensive line. Could use a right guard. Looks like they let Mike Gesicki go, so I guess they figured he was going to be too expensive or something. I don't know. I kind of screwed that up. I should have started Gesicki again. I guess because of simulation, we should probably put one of these guys at outside linebacker, because we all know how that goes. That probably screwed with some stuff last year. Go ahead and do Jerome Baker there. And it looks like Von Miller's gone, so that's going to be a pretty big drop-off for the D-line. We're really going to need Bromley and Peppers to step up, and hopefully our team can draft a defensive end and recognize that we need that, because TJ Everett is a defensive tackle. He can't play DN for us. But asking for this team to recognize that is asking quite a lot of Madden 19. So let's see who we got. Oh, they did. They took a speed rusher in the first round. Good job. He's okay. He's not bad, but he can start. Lynn Monroe. I like it. Good move. They took a running back. I feel like that's a pretty good draft. And the thing I like about that, and maybe it was just a fluke, which who knows, but they recognized we need an edge rusher, and they still took an outside linebacker despite the fact that we play in a 4-3 scheme, because we really did not need another outside linebacker, although the game still saw it as a C for defensive end and a C for left outside linebacker, so they probably were taking him to play as an off-ball linebacker, but I guess we just lucked out. So let's make sure we do the depth chart this time. Bryce Love, I'm hoping, can have a nice year there. Oh, we do still have Gesicki. He's just injured, so I know it's a little weird what happened there. Let's just pretend he had a really injury-ridden poor season, and we're going to put Caleb Wilson as the second guy. And then on defense, let's start Bromley. Although he's 6'2", 227. God, this game is so dumb. Let's just... I cannot believe how dumb these draft classes are, man. It drives me out the wall. What is this? A 6'2", 227 star power rusher. Like, what is that? He's slow. And what is even his strength? It doesn't even list his strength. I can't even comprehend this type. Like, this player does not exist at this size. So at least he has good strength. But like 6'2", 227? Are you kidding me, Madden? What is that? Let's just pretend that was just a mistake and he's actually 6'2", 248, like Melvin Ingram. Oh, man. This game. It's got a defensive tackle playing edge for us. I can't even get a year in without having to correct everything about this game. So it looks like we let some of our corners go there, but I don't hate that combination. I like bringing in CJ Henderson. He's a stud. So hopefully this defense can be all right without Vaughn. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead to the playoffs and hope things go smooth. Uh-oh. 7-9. God, the AFC East. We just couldn't pull it off. 8-8. Let's see if anyone had good years. We need some guys to start developing because this window is closing fast. I mean, Kyler's still playing really well. Bryce Love had a good year. Devontae keeping at it. This Kavone Lawson. He goes up to Star Dev. Somehow doesn't get a single... Well, I guess they may have used his upgrade already. Yeah. That's surprising. Good to see Kyler developing some of these guys. Defense, there we go. Getting those two linebackers going. CJ Henderson makes his impact. How about the sacks? Yeah, that's a concern. Herschel Bromley at least developing a little bit. Geo Peppers was the other guy. Just did not do much at all. Kicking seemed to be a problem for us too. So we fall short here, year 7. Let's see if we got some upgrades to do. So we're going to sim ahead to the Super Bowl, 49ers and Steelers. And it's the 49ers in a classic matchup there. All right, skip ahead to the draft. Let's see, free agent recap. No signings for us. Running out of cap space. Let's see, how's our team doing? Still got Kyler, Bryce. Devontae's starting to regress pretty hard, but he's still not terrible. But, you know, Rondale's getting better, and we've got Kavone Lawson developing. So at least, you know, while Devontae's taking a step back, we're at least getting those guys to grow. Mike Gesicki's already regressing here. The offensive line hasn't really developed well at all. I think we'll want to start Lynn Monroe next year if we don't get someone else. And then the linebackers... still there. Corner, we're definitely going to need this team to draft. Corner, edge rush. I kind of like the shape of the roster heading into next season, though. So let's see how our draft goes. Ooh, looks like they nailed this draft. Look who they got at 14. We said they needed a corner. Oh my God. A little bit of a weird player, 87 agility, but 24-year-old freak out of Tennessee is what I'm talking about. SEC player, 24 years old with 97 speed, who's a star. Like, okay. We got a good offensive lineman, it looks like. We got, let's see, is this an edge guy? No, this is an off-ball guy with 77 speed. He's kind of like a thumping kind of linebacker type. And we got a free safety who's pretty slow, but he's pretty good. And then we got another linebacker, middle linebacker type. So they're taking plenty of linebackers, and then they try to get some linemen late. So I think we'll want to move this new guy to guard. So let's just make sure the depth chart's in line. And you know what? I think it's kind of silly that we have this star quarterback just sitting here. I think we should try to trade him because Kyler's been good. I think if we could get like either a better tackle or edge rusher. So let's see, who has the worst quarterbacks out there? And of course we're going to have a little bit of inflation because these rookie quarterbacks are better. But someone should have need. The Bucks are still going with Jameis. You can already tell how quickly the quarterbacks get inflated. Everyone has a quarterback. thanks to EA's roster, or draft class rather. Jeez. You wonder why there's no parity in these simulations. There you go, the Raiders really need one. So let's see, who do they have who could start for us? Nick Bosa. Let's see, who's this Eduardo Brace? He looks pretty good. 85 finesse. Let's see, would you do that? Unless we want a right tackle. This guy's not bad. I doubt they do it for both of them. Ooh, they're close. So if we threw in a pick, or maybe give them a linebacker that can play for them. Pinkney. Oh, maybe a corner that they need. Let's see, what do we have there? Not a whole lot there. Do you want an old Laramie Tunsil to be your backup tackle? What if we move Laramie Tunsil to left tackle, which is technically a team need for you? Then do you want him? Darn. Okay, how about we include a 4th round pick? There we go. That's an upgrade. So you are going to start at right tackle. I know you don't often see, I didn't realize he was a rookie. I know you don't, oh wow, he's kind of a freak. I know you don't often see that, but things are always a little different when quarterbacks are involved. And as we've seen in real life, these teams are getting more and more aggressive with trades. So this guy's more of a edge guy. So we're going with Bromley and Brace as our edge duo. All right, hopefully those moves pay off. We're going to skip ahead to the playoffs and hope we can get this thing back and running in our 8th season. If we have a bad year, it's not looking good because a lot of these stars on this team are getting older, are going to start regressing here. All right, that's what I'm talking about. 11-5. Another good year for Kyler Murray. Bryce Love, 1,000 yards. Devontae still has it. Looks like Caleb Wilson took over at tight end for us. Another good year for Kavon Lawson. He probably lost that dev, though. Yeah. Defensively, let's see. Did we get any sacks this year? Nope. That edge rush really struggling. Rookie corner had a good year. Let's see. Do we collect any awards? Deshaun Watson wins NFL MVP. Jerome Baker, another Defensive Player of the Year. That's what's up. James Gardner won Best Wide Receiver. My dude. Nothing else to really report. Let's see what upgrades we had. It looks like we got a 1st round bye. 2 upgrades for Dylan Gallen. He made the Pro Bowl as a rookie and did not gain development. Sounds about right. Development traits for offensive linemen, they just got lazy and decided to just not change them at all. I feel like that's the first time we've had a guy like make the Pro Bowl as an offensive lineman that's not like one of those star left tackles that we take. Ooh, looks like a big upgrade for TJ Everett. Ooh, there you go. He made the Pro Bowl. Goes up to star dev. He's a monster. Looks like we have some injuries up front. Yeah, our right tackle's out. All right, well, let's skip ahead to the conference championship. Oh, we play the Bills. Come on, baby, fins up. Ugh, we got rocked. Bryce Love foot fracture. Man, this team just cannot get over the hump. Maybe next year, I guess. Bills Cardinals for Super Bowl 60. And it is the Bills representing the AFC East. So let's go ahead, keep moving. I mean, we haven't destroyed, like, we did a good job building this team up. We just couldn't quite get them over the hump. I feel like we just don't quite have enough star talent. The pass rush isn't good enough. The quarterback play, not quite good enough. Let's see, do we do anything in free agency this year? Brought in wide receiver, but really not a whole lot to speak of. Our best team was definitely that 5th year. Hopefully we can have a good draft. Another wide receiver. How many freaking wideouts do we need? Mitchell Archibald. Doesn't even look all that good. I mean, we definitely needed one. We got a good tackle as well. Really good. Probably kick him inside. They took another quarterback. It's fine for a backup. Looks like they got a good D tackle. Okay. So let's see the depth chart. We got Kyler. We got Bryce Love still going. We've got... Should have plenty of wide receivers. So Devontae Adams is gone. So I guess that makes sense why we took a big wide receiver. Gallup. Lewis. Looks like we let that guy go that was kind of doing well for us. So it makes sense why they spent a lot. Or I thought, wasn't this? No, not Dontrarius Lewis. It was someone else. So did a good job rebuilding that wide receiver room. Mike Gesicki's gone. Let's see, the offensive line. I think we want to move that left tackle probably to right guard because it looks like we let our center go. So we'll do that. We're going to stick with Bromley and Brace. We could let Lynn Monroe get a chance at left end because Bromley's not really worked out. And then we should be good. The rest of these. And away we go. Our 9th season. Come on, Finns. Let's get like a MVP for Kyler Murray or something. Alright, I don't see a game, so we either are first round bye again or we sucked. 9-7. God. This team is just stuck in absolute purgatory, man. We got 1 year left. Only got one upgrade. I mean, they're doing upgrades as we go, mind you. We'll take a look at the stats. So I guess we just did not do a good enough job of building this team up. Kyler's just been kind of hovering around, like kind of more of the same. Michael Gallup had a huge season, breakout year at 31 years old. Wow. Rondale Moore is kind of stagnated. He can't seem to stay healthy. Our rookie did pretty well. Let's see, for the defense, Lynn Monroe and Bromley both step up. Monroe gets a dev trait. He developed quite a bit, so at least we've got that. Let's see, Bromley, in his best year, lost a development. I think we should give him that back. He had a good year. Looks like they gave him a big contract extension too, so he's not going anywhere. Everett lost his, despite 7.5 sacks, 40 tackles for a interior guy. I'm mostly just changing these because I want desperately in our last year these guys to take that step forward. Let's see if we won any awards. Are you kidding me? The guy we traded away goes and wins MVP for the Raiders. Of course. Oh my God. That is typical. Oh, we got Defensive Player of the Year, Raekwon McMillan and Jerome Baker. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. Well, good for him. So it's the Rams and the Texans. A lot of parity in this. And the Texans, Deshaun Watson going to take home a Super Bowl win. So in honor of this being our last little off-season here, I'm going to do the off-season, at least the free agency portion of it. Let's take a look at our roster, because we're not going to get rebuild content until after the draft, so I want to make sure you guys enjoy this. So let's see. Kyler, still our guy. Bryce Love starting to regress a little bit, so we could maybe use a running back. Wide receiver, Michael Gallup is gone. He may have just retired, rode off into the sunset. Caleb Wilson regressing, so this offense is definitely getting worse as we go. Could use a left guard for sure. The edge guys, Monroe took a big step up for us. Hopefully he can repeat that. Our linebackers are just total studs. We have 2 corners on the roster, so we definitely need to sign some corners. Minka Fitzpatrick getting a little older, but he's still pretty good. So we definitely have some holes to fill. 27 mil in cap space. Let's see who's available. Julian Love at corner. He only wants a 1-year deal. That would really round out our corner room. Just look at how many of these random linemen are just flooding the free agent market. EA's classes are just so overpowered. Just honestly just disgusts me. So lucky for us, the positions that we need are the positions that have the studs. So if we can get Julian Love in here, he only wants a 1-year deal. So let's give that to him. Give him a bunch of money. Oh, wow. The Jets are willing to pay him. Let's see what happens if we give him a 2-year deal. He doesn't like it anymore, so he wants like a massive 1-year deal. The Jets are willing to give it to him at least. So we definitely want to steal him from the Jets interdivision. And if it's just a 1-year deal, we don't mind spending that much money on him because it doesn't kill our cap. It's like a Darrelle Revis contract right here. Going from year to year, just become the highest paid player, highest paid corner every year. So we'll do that, and then we need another wide receiver. I'm thinking somewhere in this range here, but let's wait that one out. We're gonna fill out the rest of the roster like stage 2 and 3. Hopefully we get Julian Love. Yes. All right, that's big. So let's sign a wide receiver. How about T. Higgins? Bring in another lineman. Overpowered EA BS. Too easy. We need another corner. William Jackson, he's getting old. Let's see, is he still a good athlete? Yep. Give him a 1-year deal, and now we're like out of cap space. I doubt we get all those guys, but if we do, that'd be pretty much all we need after the draft. All right, we got all of them. I'm liking how this is shaping up. Let's do this draft. Our secondary is nasty now. So I would say running back, wide receiver, and edge rusher, and tight end are going to be our big focus points here. Skip to next user pick because I have no idea what we're walking into. 19th pick. Ooh, he looks pretty good. Looks like the best running back I've ever seen on this game. Let's just make sure we aren't missing out on like a really good edge guy. Wow, we didn't even scout him. Or a wide receiver. Eh. Tight end, eh. Let's take the stud. Pierce London. Oh ho ho! Let's go. He's not like the best. He's definitely an elusive dude. Pretty freaking good though. Superstar. All right. Let's go. Now we need... we could grab one of those quarterbacks. But I'm going to take a wide receiver. Pretty good. Really good. Just his development sucks, but I like him. All right, we definitely need a corner. Vincent Mayo. All right. You'll do as a depth piece. All right, next user pick. How about a tight end? We're going here, Cole Good. All right, could be worse. Maybe there's some edge rush sleepers in here. We're gonna go with this Bradley Tucker. All right, meh. Another tight end maybe. Tall, fast dude. Oh, we'll take that. Not much of a blocker, but we'll take that. We do need a kicker. Eh. I'd rather sign someone. But hey, we got our superstar running back. So let's just take a peek at our final roster. Definitely got to make sure we're starting Pierce London. Get rid of this ugly number. Oh, 24. We're going to move this new signing to left guard. Offensive line's about as good as it's been. The edge guys, you know, it's still a worry, but if they can repeat what they did last year, we should be in pretty good shape. Linebackers are studs. Our corners are loaded. I'm going to want Julian Love in the nickel, I think. And then good to go at safety. I think I'm going to sign a kicker, though, because that guy's trash. So we're going to go with Andre Schmidt. Spelled like that. All right. Wish us luck. Come on, Finns. I like this roster. We finally took a little control. Come on now. Okay, 10-6, and it's saying yearly awards, so we did something right. Oh my God, our dude. Back-to-back MVPs. Let's just see how good he's doing. Seriously? That's embarrassing. Kyler had a really good year, though. Look at that. Oh my God, he is slaying. I cannot believe it. Look at those numbers. Oh my God, he's becoming like the best quarterback in the history of the league. Ugh, who do they have that he's throwing to? Oliver Martin? Paris Campbell? Man. All right, well, let's come back and look at us. Kyler continues to kind of stay stagnant as just a solid player, but I mean, good numbers. 30 touchdowns, 5 picks, 4,000 yards. Like, you'll take that. Pierce London, he gets an upgrade. 2 acceleration. Ooh. Receiving for us. This guy's been just solid since we drafted him. Rondale Moore had a good year. Defense, let's see. There you go, Bromley. 10.5 sacks for Herschel Bromley. He goes up to star dev. TJ Everett, 7 sacks again, loses his star. Let's put that back. CJ Henderson. Julian Love, kind of a quiet year. But all right. Yearly awards. So we get, geez, the Raiders are just killing it. What did we win? Because it said we won something, but I don't see anything. A couple more upgrades to do before we sim. All right, come on, beat the Colts. God, come on, guys. 49ers and Colts are in the Super Bowl, so at least the team we lost to is in the Super Bowl. But I feel like we're so freaking close, and because I'm having fun, I'm going to do one last year. If we can't get it done, then we just failed. But I do feel like we're finally kind of building some stars here. It's not going to let me do my re-signings. But let's see what we're at. So the offensive line's in good shape. We still need a tight end. The wide receivers are okay. Running back, quarterback, we're good. On defense, let's see. Fitzpatrick's regressing. Looks like we still have Julian Love. Our corners are really good. I like our D-line, actually. Like, don't you feel like we're close? Like, it sucks that Minka's finally kind of nearing the end of his career, but we should be in pretty good shape. We got 33 mil in cap space. Ooh. He looks like a stud. Can this guy be... I wonder if he could be a big signing for us. If we could get that upgrade again at edge rush like we had with Von Miller that one time. Could go for just a stud nose tackle. Look at that beast. Or we get a number 1 wideout for Kyler. Let's do that. Let's give this guy a contract just to upgrade that wide receiver room. 6'5", 220. Give him about 10 mil a year, see if he likes it. And then I am gonna make a push here for this Espinenza. Might have to pay up a little more though. 4 years is a lot for a 29-year-old edge guy, but this has been such a weakness for our team that this could really set our defense over, especially with how good our secondary is. And we have the cap space to do it, so let's go ahead and advance this thing, see if we can get those guys. All right, we got the receiver, did not get the edge rusher. That's probably, if we had to pick one, that's who we'd rather get. So let's try and get one more player on the edge there to at least compete. How about Cleland Furl? Just give him a big 1-year deal, guarantee a bunch of it. Nice. Zach Allen available too. All right, let's advance. We got Furl, nice. Okay, keep going. Okay, let's do this draft. I'd love to get a tight end. Jeez, look at all those quarterbacks. Didn't really see any of these tight ends that I really like. Could get a potential star guard there. Might come back for him. Pass rush. Ooh. I like this guy. There we go. It's basically a younger Cleveland Ferrell. Although 6'4", 301, we'll play him at D tackle, which is actually a pretty big need for us. Look at all these quarterbacks still on the board. Nobody wanted one. One of these guys has to be a stud, right? Let's just take one. It's like almost as good as Kyler. Not going to start him over Kyler, but it's good to have that backup in place. Let's just take the fastest safety. Hope he's good. We'll take that. Jeez, he might be a better corner than safety. An 80 man. I don't know what his agility is. He could be a really good slot corner. Grab another running back. He'll do. Smaller guy, receiving back. Alright, how about tight end now? Take a good athlete. 70 overall, alright. Toby Hand. Could still really use another edge guy. I don't think we're going to get anyone good here, though. Alright, so we're going to move Graves here to D tackle. So that D line's actually looking pretty nice. Got a backup quarterback, a safety to kind of come in for Minka. Even though he's more of a corner, to be honest. Let's see, what is his agility? I don't know why it doesn't show me on this screen here. 90 agility. We're going to move him to corner because he, at 68 zone, 80 man, he's much more of a corner. And then we're pretty good here. So let's do this depth chart, and then we'll send this on our way for officially our final season. Hoping Pierce London kind of break out this year. We've got much better wide receivers surrounding this situation here. We'll stick with Caleb Wilson. He's still the better tight end. The offensive line should be set. Defensive end, so we've got Daniel Graves currently playing. Let's reorder this thing. Alright, so Bromley. Bromley's the one that broke out, right? I keep getting all these guys confused. Or was it Brace? It was Bromley. So Bromley's starting. Brace, Furl, Monroe, those guys will all be splitting reps in theory. We know they won't actually be splitting reps. 83 overall for the beast we took in the first. So we got two good D tackles now. These linebackers getting a little older, but still pretty damn good. All right, come on. I actually kind of like our team now that we've tried to build it up a little bit the last couple of years. Oh, come on. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. 14-2. Much, much better. Still just kind of par for the course for Kyler Murray. Not much of a breakout for Pierce London. Receiving, Caleb Wilson a good year. Just really spreading the ball around. George Garay, 10 touchdowns. Good for him. Toby Hand, the rookie tight end, with 5 touchdowns. Let's see, for the defense. Oh, Daniel Greaves. Ooh. Makes the Pro Bowl as a rookie? I mean, come on, Madden. That's worth star dev. 13.5 sacks for a rookie. Makes the Pro Bowl, and you're going to leave him at quick? Weak sauce. So he clearly made a big impact, the first round pick. Herschel Bromley, decent. TJ Everett, I'm assuming, went down yet again, even though he's been nothing but consistent. 5.5 to 7 sacks a year for a D tackle. Still not much for the opposite DN position there. 4 picks for CJ Henderson. So how about the yearly awards? Riley Tucker, the MVP for the Buffalo Bills, running back. We do get Coach of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. These linebackers have just rotated Defensive Player of the Year, it feels like. Greaves, I keep saying Greaves. It's Graves was robbed. Best quarterback to Tua. Kyler just hasn't been able to break in. I mean, he's been one of the best quarterbacks over the last few years and has been really consistent. Just hasn't had that big year that I've been hoping that he would have. All right. What upgrades do we have for the D-line? Oh, geez. 5 power moves? Oh, smokes. You just gained 4 overall and 2 upgrades. He's like our best player. And Herschel Bromley goes up to a superstar. So we got some good players on that D-line now. Alright, come on. I bet we lose to the Patriots. Ugh, God, this has been the story of this franchise, man. It probably comes back to Kyler. He just has been, you know, he was exciting. He kind of rebuilt this team, got it to a competitive mark, but just could not get over the hump. I mean, this defense is just nasty, man. It's set up, though, for future success. I mean, this D-line is in good shape. The linebackers, unfortunately, would start to regress, but the corners, I mean, Gorer developed all right. But yeah, man, we just couldn't get over the hump, but that's going to be the end of the epilogue. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it done. There's only so much I can do with Madden Sim Engine. I wish it were different. But please hit the like button if you made it this far. I'm sure you didn't hate the video. So we'll be back with some rebuild content after the draft, guys. Really excited to keep doing draft stuff leading up to it. So peace out as always, and we'll see you next time.